Hello everyone, you are welcome to today's lesson. In today's lesson, we are going to look at the solution to the assignment in the previous lesson. And the assignment is exactly what you can see on our screens. So we had this, diagram and with the information that we have there. But ultimately, we are supposed to find the value of angle R. That is the value of R, not angle R. R is it's an angle anyway, but it is R. That is how it must be read. So you are finding this letter which is representing an angle. So please take note. And please, the question asks you to find small r. So you don't conclude with big R. So I'm addressing some of the concerns. And again, the major concern is most of you did all the work, but you didn't walk us through how you got those values that later you came to sum and present your solution to. When I was walking you through the solution in class in our previous meeting, I told you that all that I was doing here that I wasn't presenting my solution to or my work for. You were supposed to do that. Only that because we wanted to cover more, that's the more reason why I didn't write or I didn't say that. Did I or I did not? Hello, my professors, are you there? Okay, all right. So now this is what we have. With this question, you cannot do away with reproducing. So it means your solution should be written on top. So in actual fact, your solution should come before you will draw the diagram. Avoid drawing the diagram in ink. Avoid drawing your lines with your free hand. So take note. So solution, the diagram drawn. Now we are going to continue. So all that I am going to do here, which is in the question, you will do it here. So you let me do the writing before somebody, does the same thing. Because I realized that even in the previous one, you did what I said you shouldn't do. Because maybe you thought I also do the same. So this is what we are looking at. I'm drawing with my free hand, but you cannot. Remember. So this will be your PQ. R. S. T. Then U. We are told that this angle here is R, and that's what we are looking for. This angle is 125. And degrees, when is a value, the degrees, whether you like it or not, you have to introduce degrees. Then this is 44, degrees. So I think this is all about it in terms of the diagram. So now what do? We are asked to find R. So you set out to find your R. So like I said, if possible, introduce lines. So I'm going to introduce lines. I will extend this and equally come and extend this. Or draw a power line, not an extension anyway. So I will draw another power line here. So if I'm able to find this angle and this angle, that's my plan, then I know this. That's the more reason why I extended that one. So whatever your plan is, you carry out your argument same way as I'm going to do mine. So at this point, I am going to find this angle here. I'm going to find the angle that you have here. But you can see that the angle that I have there, I wouldn't get the appropriate way, to get the angle in terms of what? Vertices. So in that case, maybe I will call this angle A. Is my point well made? Other than that, I have to come and name a vertex. Then I can say maybe I will call this, I ended at U, so maybe I will call this V. Then I say angle V, Q, R. But I can equally avoid that. And avoiding that, I'll represent this one by maybe A or X. Take note. So X. Then the angle up here, maybe I can call it what? Y. So I know that my R will be equal to X plus what? Y. So I will go and find R. Are you following? Okay, and if you are reproducing the diagram, okay, it's not necessary to write let this be equal to X and let this be equal to what? Y. Just put the values there and use them. We will know what you are referring to as your X and Y. Is that clear? Okay, however, if you make the representation, okay, usually you write let that if you want to avoid reproducing. But once you have reproduced and you put the values there, don't go and write let. I've addressed a particular concern. You know yourself. Okay, so at this point, we can say that your angle X plus the angle 125 degrees, okay, should be equal to 180 degrees. My simple reason is that I'm dealing with angles on a straight line, so on a line. Okay, so now what do we have? X will be equal to what? 180 minus what? 125, and that will give us 55. Okay, so degrees, you don't forget. So you know your X to be equal to 55. Okay, we need to find also our Y. Take note. We are going to find Y. Okay, so in finding Y, I need to come and consider this. If I'm able to find this angle here, okay, I know what Y. And this angle too, I can see that because I don't have a vertex here, I wouldn't get the appropriate way to write it. So I'll represent it by maybe the letter A or Z. I've not used the Z, so I'll go for Z. So I'll call this angle Z. Okay, so now I'm going to find Z. I will say that Z, okay, is equal to what? 44 degrees. Okay, what reason? Just for the simple reason that I'm dealing with what? Alternate angles. And I remember very well in our previous meeting, I told you, I don't know why some of you have just decided to be recalcitrant. Okay, I told you when you are giving your reason, don't come and write, okay, sum of angles on a straight line, sum up to 180 on top before you come and state your relation. I told you not to do that, but some of you are still doing that. If you will not heed to the advice that I give you, then it's better you don't come to class at all. Okay, because I am teaching you to protect our marks. The marks is not for you, it's for me as well. So, however, if you want to do otherwise, then you better not come. Okay, this one there, I mean it. Because if you come and you not do exactly what you are taught to do, okay, then you have no reason being here. All right, so in this case, alternate angle, you cannot conclude with X, we can't conclude with Z. They are means to, okay, an end. And once I know Z, I know what my Y. So I can say that Y will be equal to what? 80 degrees minus Z. Okay, and with this one, obviously it makes sense. You don't have any special reason for it. So you can leave it just like that. So Y will be equal to your 80 minus your Z, which is 44 degrees. So Y will be equal to what?
36.
Okay, so that will give us what? 36 degrees. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so don't forget your degrees. Okay, now that you know why you are in a comfortable lead. Okay, so I can say that, okay, but my R is equal to what? X plus what? Y. I could have stated this in the beginning, then I'll set out and go and look for my Y. It doesn't really matter where you state it. I mean my X and Y. So here, remember I told you, if you use this particular relation, there is no special reason for it. So with this one, if you ignore, okay, you won't lose any marks. So at this point, what do? We will write, okay, therefore, okay, R is equal to, okay, or this implies that R is equal to X. What did we get for X? X gave us 55 degrees plus Y, which is what? 36 degrees. So therefore, R will be equal to 91 degrees. Is my point well made? Okay, so most of you did all the work here and only presented your solution for this one. You did all the work in the diagram. So it means your marks will be with the diagram. Okay, you won't get the score. So everything, every argument any angle that you find using any particular property, write it and state the property all the way. Is that clear? Okay, so this is it for the solution to the assignment. Any questions before we bring the curtains down? Any questions? Okay, so we are all fine. We thank God. Okay, Blaze. Blaze, your line is bad. So if what you are saying you can type, okay, please type and send it to me. Apart from her, any other person with any issues? Okay, so I've addressed all the concerns. What I told you to remind me in class or whatever I said, I will address in class. So every statement, relation that you give, okay, if there is a reason, okay, specific reason, please attach your reason. Okay, all right, that is. And again, like I said, I'm repeating this because I don't want to see it again. It's really, really disheartening when I see that. So you don't write at this point like this where you were writing this. Okay, you don't first of all come and write alternate angles are equal. Then you come down and write, okay, Z is equal to 4 degrees, that is 44 degrees. No, state this and always write your reason beside it. Okay, you can see that you saved a line. And now I've told you, you are being confronted with, okay, constraint papers or space to provide your solution. So you have to re-strategize in how to save space as well. Okay, Blaze, it didn't come. Okay, I was expecting you to. Okay, all right. So if that's the case, then I think we'll bring the curtains down on this. Thank you very much for your participating. Okay, and making this lesson a success.